Hey guys, this is Eliza and welcome back to a new video. So first off, I'm sorry if the angle of this video changes. My tripod is fucked and it like tilts by itself, and then when you move it back it won't stay there. So I apologize if I slowly start going like this. Not much I can do about it. I have ordered a new one, but it will not be here for a little while because I can't afford expensive ones. So I had to order one off like a cheapy website and they usually take forever. So we're just gonna have to bear with it for now. So today we'll be doing my TBR for the MateAthon. If you didn't know, MateAthon starts on the 14th and goes for 10 days, and it is an Australian themed readathon that I am hosting. I will leave a link to the announcement down below in case you guys haven't seen it, as well as the sign up sheet, and as well as myself hosting, there is also 4 other team captains. We have Sam, Annie, Semi and Shannon. I will leave all them linked down below as well, so you can go and follow them on social media, as well as the MateAthon Twitter and Instagram, where we'll be hosting Twitter sprints on Twitter, and there's Instagram challenges over on Instagram, so there'll be heaps going on. But yeah, today I am here to share my TBR, not to ramble about MateAthon. I've already done an announcement. I don't need to do it again. So there are 7 challenges and I have picked books for 6 of those challenges. I was originally only going to pick books for 5 or like 4 of the challenges because I wanted to kind of set myself a realistic goal, because I have been in a bit of a reading slump and I haven't been reading a ton, and I've just kind of been wanting to read things that I'm really keen for, rather than just reading a book because it's for a challenge. So I was originally going to pick 4 or 5. I have now picked 6 books and 5 of them are physical books, I think. Wait, no, 4 of them are physical books, 2 of them are audiobooks. So that doesn't really make sense. I should have picked more audiobooks, less physical books, but oh well, here we are. So, jumping straight in, the first challenge is to read a book by an Aussie author, and I'm going to be reading Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff on audiobook. I've just recently listened to Illuminate, and I really wanted to reread this series on audiobook and read Obsidio on audiobook, because I have read Obsidio like physically, but I haven't read it on audiobook yet, and I really want to because the audiobooks are amazing. So I recently reread Illuminate, now I'm going to be rereading Gemina, and then I can move on to Obsidio. Yeah, obviously I love this book because it is a reread. I think I've reread Gemina twice or 3 times, I think. I can't really remember, but yeah, I really enjoy it. Can't wait to continue again, and yes, it is by Aussie authors, so it fits the challenge. The next challenge is to read a book with the letters M-A-T-E in the title, and I'm going to be reading Honor Among Thieves by Rachel Kane, again on audiobook. This one has the letters M-A-T-E in the title, and I also had it on my TBR for SimSathon anyway, so basically when I came to this challenge, when I was trying to figure out what books I was going to read, I just looked through my SimSathon TBR and I'm like, that one has the letters, it can go on the TBR. But I am super interested to read this one. It is a sci-fi and I am super keen because I love listening to sci-fis on audiobooks. I don't know what it is, but there's something about sci-fi audiobooks that it's just great. So the next challenge is to read a book with green and gold on the cover, or green and yellow if you can't find one with green and gold. And I'm going to be reading Wildcard by Marie Lu. This one is the first of my physical books on my TBR, and obviously it has green and yellow in the words, but also it's green and yellow under the dust jacket, so it fits this challenge perfectly, and I've been meaning to read this one for ages. It's on my list, I'm pretty sure, of books I need to read by the end of 2019, but I just haven't got around to doing it. I'm kind of nervous because I enjoyed Warcross, but I hated that romance and there were certain things that I didn't like. So I'm a bit nervous going into this one, whether it's going to be better, whether it's going to get even worse for me, I just don't know. So, but it is short, so it should be good for a readathon. It's only just over 300 pages, so fingers crossed it's better than Warcross, but we just don't know. So the next challenge is to read a book recommended by an Aussie. This is the one that I haven't chosen a book for, and I might at some point, if I run out of audiobooks, just go onto the lists or go and search for Aussie recommendation and listen to that on audiobook. But for the moment I don't have one picked because again I was trying to pick less to make it more realistic, and then that didn't end up happening. So I tried, it didn't work. The next challenge is to read a book with a map, and I'm going to be reading Black Wings Beating by Alex London. This one has a map. Hold on, where is it? There it is. There is a map in this one. This is one of like my most highly anticipated, kind of. When I bought it, I was like, I can't wait to read this because I've read something else by Alex London. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember what the name of it was. But yeah, I read something else by him and I really enjoyed it, so I wanted to pick up another one of his books, and this is his newest release and I'm super keen. The cover is really beautiful and I'm just really keen to get this one. I don't really know what it's about. I'm pretty sure it's fantasy. That's about all I know. So, and it has a map. So if it's, that's the point, if it's the challenge. The next challenge is to read a 2019 release, and for this one I'm going to be reading Capturing the Devil by Kerri Maniscalco. Obviously this is the 4th book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, which is a series I really enjoy. I do hope I like this one a little bit more than Escaping from Houdini, as that was probably my least favourite out of the series, mainly because of the heavy focus on the romance and the love triangle that was going on. I'm just not a fan of romance to begin with, and I didn't mind it in Stalking Jack the Ripper and in Hunting Prince Dracula because it was just like a slow build up, whereas it was very prominent in Escaping from Houdini and I just didn't enjoy it as much. But hopefully I will enjoy this one more. I'm a little nervous, but I love this series and I love the characters, so I'm super keen to get into this one, and it released this year, so it fits the challenge. And the last challenge is to read a book with 4 or more words in the title, and I've chosen A Map of Days by Ransom Riggs. Obviously this has 4 words in the title. This is the 4th book to the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. Well, Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children is the name of the series. I read the original trilogy a few years back and I really enjoyed it, but this was like an additional 4th book, so that always makes me nervous because sometimes an additional like book onto a series that's already been finished for a couple of years can be amazing, and sometimes it can be like horrible. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm keen to get back into this world. I love these characters. I don't know exactly what is this about. I'm pretty sure it's following Jacob again, but I think it's in a different setting. Yes, this one's set in Florida. So, different setting, same main character. We'll just see how this goes. But again, I'm nervous about like 3 of these books, but I'm also really keen to get to them, but I'm also nervous. So, I don't know. So that is all the books that are on my TBR. If you were participating in MateAthon, let me know in the comments and let me know what book you were most anticipating to read during the readathon, and also what team are you on. And again, I will leave the links to the announcement and everything down below, and where you can sign up to be assigned a team, and all the co-hosts and the Instagram and the Twitter and everything will be linked down below, so make sure you go and check all those out. I'm super keen for this readathon to start, and hopefully it goes a bit better than the last readathon I participated in, because that one I ended up in a slump afterwards, but hopefully this one gets me out of a slump. Fingers crossed. So yeah, that is it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.